Okay, so here we go. Today we're going to finish up Chapter 12. Today is also the last day that you can take Chapter 11 tests. So if you haven't taken E, make sure you take it today. Next time we're going to have extra time to work on the organic model lab and finish up sapling and finish up quizzes for 12. On Friday we're doing the polymer lab. Make sure you dress appropriate for lab on Friday. Lab notebooks are due the following Tuesday. We'll do more on alkenes. Thursday is a review day, finish. That's the last day for Chapter 12 test. And then on Tuesday after Memorial Day, I can supply the ice and the salt if you guys want to arrange with you guys to bring stuff to do more freezing point depression. Okay? Freezing point depression review. Yeah, okay. Got it? All right. We're going to go into where we left off last time, so if you get your notes out, we'll go through that really quickly. I want to hit the very front page again on the rest of the definitions that we did not get to. So if you'd go there, first up. Coal tar basically is what is made when we put coal in water and we distill it. We actually end up with coal tar. And this is where we get a lot of tar for the roads, a bunch of things like that. It's heavy. It's basically coal liquefied. So I'm not going to write it. You write it in your own words. Okay, next one down is lycopene. Lycopene is found in all plants, especially tomatoes. It's an antioxidant. It's a non-essential acid, amino acid, meaning our body can synthesize it. PVC is polyvinyl chloride. It is a polymer. Let me know if I'm going too fast. Like I said, I'm not going to write it down.
Can you go
coal tar is, I'm just going to put this, this is from last period, I just didn't want to write it in. Coal tar is basically just liquefied coal. Aliphatic means it has no cyclic benzenes. Okay, so you can have cyclics of other kinds, but it's not, it doesn't have a benzene. So if it's aliphatic, then it's not got a benzene. If it's aromatic, it will have a benzene. Okay, so there's different there. We have hybridization, sp, sp2, and sp3. Basically, it's triple bond, double bond, single bond. Okay, triple bonds, double bond, single bond. Sigma bond, remember, is signified by the sigma in the Greek alphabet. It is where the S bonds. Pi is symbolized by the symbol pi, and it is when your P bonds, your PX and your PY. PZ will not bond. And amino acids are our building blocks for our body. Okay? So rather than rewrite these over and over again, I'm just going to show every period. Which one? Lycopene? It's found in plants, tomatoes. It's non-essential. It's a non-essential amino acid, and it's an antioxidant. Okay? Any others that you need to go back on? Okay, so those are your definitions. We are going to go on to this page is where we're at. Now, some of it printed on your guys's and some of it didn't, so you might have to be out drawing some, and that's okay. So, we need to be able to name this one. Anybody remember what position that's in? So, Bryn and Caden Schroeder. Bryn, where are you? Pass that down to Bryn. Okay, so this is a meta, right? Because it's one between. So I just met you, so that is going to be an M. What am I going to say after that? Too high. There we go. So what's attached to it? Chlorine and bromine. Which one's going first? Bromine. So bromo, Chloro. And what was this thing called? Benzene. Good. Okay, on the next one over, am I going to be able to use ortho, meta, para? Why? Because there's more than two. Okay, but I can look at it and say, okay, I know that the benzene ring with this attached has a specific name. So using the benzene ring with the OH attached, does anybody remember what that's called? Phenol. Okay, phenol. YL is when I have a benzene ring attached to a longer chain. Okay, so then I have two things coming off. I have my methyl group and I have a chlorine group right here. How am I going to number it? Well, if I'm going to use this as a phenol, that's number 1. Am I going to number it towards the chlorine or towards the methane? To the methane, because I want the lowest numbers. So I'm going to number it this way. So in front of that, what am I going to put in front of the phenol? Which comes first? The chlorine does. So 5-chloro dash what? 2-methyl. Good. And then phenol. Yep. Okay, this one is off the side of yours. I want you to quickly draw it and name it. Should be a very quick and easy name. Okay, who thinks I got it? Other than Jonathan up here.
I don't know if I even have it.
What is it? It is bromobenzene. I do not have to put a number. Why?
Because there's only one bromine.
Because there's only one coming off, yes.
So if you do meta and all that stuff, you have to put numbers because it's similar
Right.
position.
The M, the O, the P, and meta, ortho, and para represent a number, like 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, 4.
Is it only with
But it only when two things are coming off the benzene. Okay, so it has to be benzene. Okay, so now we come down to this next little part that we're going to be talking about, and it's spread over. But basically, polycritic acrylic aromatic, meaning you have to have benzene ring, compound containing 2 or more benzene rings that share a common site. So this one right here is the simplest polycyclic aromatic compound. This is known as naphthalene. It's what's in mothballs. Okay? Really, really stinky smelly. Okay? A number of polycyclic aromatic compounds are known carcinogens, and these two next to it are known carcinogens. The first one here is known as benzoprene, Benzopyrene. And this one right here is known as dibenzoantracene. Oh, you don't want to do? Let me bring it out a little bit. No, there's only one. Only one A. I got a little crazy with the A's there. Sorry. Okay, these two, if you had a barbecue over the weekend, you probably made some of them. If you cooked your hamburger or hot dog or steak too long and you get a burned edge, that's what's in them. This is also found in tobacco smoke. It's also found in burning of fossil fuels. Okay? I know a lot of kids say, well, or people now, say, well, I'm going to vape because it's a lot safer. The problem is with vaping, you still have these coming in, and you also have what is known as a dibutyl, I can't remember the full name of it. Basically, it's a butane chain that it gives, like movie popcorn, that fake buttery taste. That actually can cause what they call popcorn lung. And that's in almost all the vaping flavors. And what that does is it actually goes in and solidifies the lung sacs and makes them solid so they can't breathe. And so basically you end up drowning because you can't breathe. So some people say vaping is better for you. The studies that are starting to come back now actually say it's worse. So, yeah. Okay, so these chemicals are often formed from, what did I tell you? They're formed from what? Smoking and burned food and fossil fuels, yep. Okay, so aromatic compounds can also be good. We do use them. This is where we get our, this is where we get things that we need to synthesize vitamins in our body. This is where we get our amino acids. A lot of our amino acids have benzene rings in them. Okay, so we do need aromatic compounds. They're also good things that aromatic compounds have. The problem is most of them, when we have just benzene rings attached, and they're not anything else attached to it. So if benzene rings are attached to a chain of carbon, they're a lot less harmful than if they're just attached to each other. Does that make sense? Okay, so two of the most important industrial and laboratory solvents that we use are benzene by itself and toluene. Anybody remember what toluene was? Right, so benzene is just the benzene ring, and toluene is a benzene ring with a methyl group on it. Okay, these are also great starting points to make our amino acids, our vitamins, our plastics, a lot of different things, so we can't just not use them. A lot of your stick-free, I can't think of what it's called, pans, your non-stick pans have benzene in them. Okay, now these two at the bottom, whoa, hello, I went way too high. These two at the bottom are extremely important to us. Does anybody know what they are? Not a clue. This one right here is known as riboflavin. You probably have heard of it as B6. It's a vitamin that you need. It causes, if not enough B6 is given during pregnancy, it could cause a lot of neurological damage. This one up here is phenylalanine. This is one of our amino acids. Okay? And those are some important ones to know. We also have aniline that we could do, aniline by itself, which is just basically this with an NH2. You know phenyl, you know toluene. Styrene is got a ethene group off of benzene. So there's a couple of things that we need to make sure we go over. Now, the next page here basically goes and tells you to check out a website. The website just has more organic stuff. If you're having problems, you can go there and get some help. The review, again, this time is a written review, not a multiple choice review, because there's so many different ways she can go on it, on the test, so you have to have the skills. Does that make sense? So I've given you some things to look at. When she talks about the major and minor products on Markanoff's rule gives you the major product. Not following Markanoff's rule gives you the minor product. Okay? So just remember that. And then what I've done on the second page here is I gave you some benzene rings. You can practice doing ortho, meta, para. You can do whatever you want to on here to help you to remember it. I also gave you several pages in your books and tables that you might want to look at before you turn your book in for this chapter, or get them copied so that you have them for this chapter. So I will have the key to this one up front. I will get it scanned and put it into your Canvas account so you can see the answers to this. Any questions? Okay, time is yours to work on the organic lab, to work on your sapling, to work on your quizzes, to do whatever you need to get done. Remember, next time we'll have a work day for the lab again, and then the next Friday is your polymer lab. So I will be giving you your polymer lab on Wednesday to get it put into your lab notebook so you know what you're doing. Okay? Questions? Okay, time is yours. Yes.
So you said phenyl is when we have an aromatic coming off of a chain.
When you have a benzene ring coming off of a chain, yep.